Hello, everybody. Good morning. Happy, what day is it? Tuesday? Happy Tuesday to everyone. I am here with Nancy Pants, is what we call her. We're talking about Diamond Lane, you guys. A lot of people have questions about Diamond Lane, so let's just talk about what it is, what it does, and how it's actually affected you in your life, because you guys know that I'm not a big fan of just talking about how things are beneficial, because I could talk about it all day long, but does that matter? In my opinion, no. What actually matters is what is happening, what results are happening to people that are actually in these different programs, right? That's what I would want to know. So that's what we're going to deliver. So, Nancy, we're going to do the what was life like before question, right? So before Diamond Lane, what was life/business like for you?
Hey everyone. So there was like life was there, but business was like I just didn't like it was existing, but it didn't have a structure. Like I lacked structure. That's how it was. It was just like a blob, and it was just like, you know,
A blob.
there's just no structure. It's like, and I feel like that's one of the like foundations of just any business in general. It's like, what's your foundation of like, that. And one of the things, you guys, I'm just gonna share this, and this was like, because I've never started a business. Um, Basically, it was like shower and dress up as if you're going to the office, and I started doing that, and I was just like, oh, so I mean, you don't have to wear. For me, it's like, oh, if I take off like my pajamas, I feel like, oh, I'm going somewhere. But that's just,
Yeah, right. So
yeah, start somewhere.
that's a really good point. And we talked about it a little bit yesterday on a testimonial video, but the concept of this, the way to find success in any business is to treat it like what it is. Treat it like a business. You treat it like a hobby, it's going to pay you like a hobby, right? So that's the same concept, you guys, with Young Living. So whenever we're wanting to actually build our business, if you want to do that, you have to treat it like a business. Now, does that mean it needs to be tedious? And does that mean that it needs to take up all of your time, and that it needs to feel like something that is holding you down or like an anchor to you? No, it doesn't need to be like that, but it does need to have its separate points that are like a business, right? You have to make sure that you're hitting those different pillars to make sure that you've got a solid foundation for that business. Okay, so next question is, were you ever on the fence with Diamond Lane, or did you hear about it and you were like, I'm in, get me in right now? Or were you on the fence and you were like, I don't know if I want to pay a monthly subscription and whatever?
Well, I didn't want to pay the monthly subscription because to me it was expensive. Like, yeah, I was like, dang, like, but then again, I'm like, I'm just gonna try it that one time. You won't know until you try it. So I said, let me try it, and I just went for it, But yeah, I wasn't on the fence, but I'm like, if I at least I tried it. If it doesn't work out, at least I know, like, yeah, it doesn't work out. But I'm like, I think I joined mid-December. And yeah, I'm just like, I'm so glad I joined, because it's not just a group, it's much more than that, you guys. Like, seriously, like, yeah, it's just I can talk like all like the benefits. But yeah, no, I was never on the fence for that. I just like dove in, and I think that's one of the things, like, if you're focused and you know what you want, you're not going to be wishy-washy and flaky. You just do it, and that's it. Like, if you've got your goals, you just do it. You're just like, okay, well, maybe, because if you're flip-floppy, if flaky, that your business is going to be flip-floppy and flaky. It really is.
People can't trust you, right? They can't trust you with their own future. So how does that help you build your business at all if you're wishy-washy and flaky and don't look like you're going to be there tomorrow, continuing to do that same thing? And yeah, that's a massive deal. How would you say, oh, we've got people saying stuff. Let me see. Aaron said, hello, lovelies. Barb, good morning, beautiful boss babes. Oh, shoot. We'll take that. Mildred, Nancy, you got a Mildred cat call. Karen, I can't wait to watch this replay. Well, shoot. Um, so, how would you compare it to, we were talking beforehand, which is why we were a little bit late. Sorry, you guys. We were talking beforehand about other subscription services and other groups. How would you say, without naming the groups, right? How would you say that this is different from other things that are out there?
Yeah, so basically, you guys, I have like massive FOMO. So I have to like sign up for all the things and do all the things and everything. But I felt so comfortable and confident being in Diamond Lane specifically because I found community, I found like-mindedness, I found encouragement. Like, so I was just like, you know what? And that's what I lacked in the other groups I was already paying for. Like, I was just like, I feel like you're just like, hey, you post something, hey, you guys, I need help with this. And it's like crickets because there's so many people in the group. You're just another post,
Yeah.
and I don't feel like I'm just another post in this group. Like, seriously,
Yeah.
like there's people, like somebody will always be out there to like help you out. If they don't know, we're all going to figure it out together as a community. And that's way different from what I found in the other paid groups that I was in. And I was obviously like, seriously, I have big FOMO. I seriously have been unsubscribing to like my groups, and I feel really good because I'm like, I get my money back, and I feel like you guys, I feel really at peace because I'm like, you know what, I'm not finding it there, that's fine, but I'm finding it here. So yeah, that's actually one like a major thing.
Yeah. That's very, very cool. Cause that's exactly what we're doing. And then whenever we do so we have weekly group coaching calls, which are so boss. And with those group coaching calls, we're able to continuously grow and evolve as is necessary. So what another maybe novice business person or another novice coach might do is they might say, well, here's my framework and that's it. And we're doing this and we're riding out with it. Well, I've been around for a while, not around in Young Living forever, but I've been around in business, right, for a while. So what I understand is that you create something that you believe is going to be helpful, and then you evolve it because this is what people are saying that they actually need, right? We can't write out with just what we think is helpful because that's not helpful. We need to be listening to people and constantly evolving. So we've got things coming down the pipeline in Diamond Lane that are simply from what people have asked for. And so we just keep growing it, and it just keeps adding on into all sorts of stuff. So I guess the question now, which sounds like maybe you've already answered it, but if you've got another answer, let me know. The question now is, what is different now that you're in Diamond Lane than before? Like what's life like now, and what are you excited about for the future?
Yeah. So there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points that I wrote out. So like I feel like when I joined, and you guys, I just joined like mid-December Diamond Lane. I have like the results so far, and actually it's not even been a month yet. No, actually in January it's been a month. So it's already been a month. It's given me structure. It's given me daily motivation. It's given me a daily to-do list because I'm green and I love lists. Sorry, I really do. It's given me accountability. Okay, can I talk about that real quick? And
Yes.
community. Accountability, you guys. So in one of our calls, it was like brought up about, I think it was Angie, she mentioned the mentoring option that Facebook has, which a lot of groups are not like utilizing. You guys, Facebook is giving you those options, like go drain that like out, seriously. So
Yeah.
Angie, I think it was Angie that commented like, hey, there's a mentoring program. You guys, like we all jumped on the not all, but people that want to offer their help to other people in the Diamond Lane, for to be a mentor or mentee or both.
Yeah.
And you guys, I signed up for that, and I've been, ever since that option has been launched in the Diamond Lane group, I paired up with Monica Weber, I think is her last name. And it's so interesting that we synced up even before we even knew. like, because we both speak Spanish, there's a lot of similarities and our markets and things like that. And we, ever since then, like, we've been accountable to each other every day. Like, we either text or something like, hey, Nancy, you said you're going to do your story. Like, let me see it. And I was like, okay, here, you know, and I'm just, hey, how's it going? Like, you guys, I didn't get that mentoring thing in other groups at all. Like, no. So like for anything like that mentoring option, yes. And then there was a speaker list option too, which is like, I'm going to tell you guys real quick. There's a like within the group, on Diamond Lane, one of the calls, they were like, hey, we should all like help each other out of our strengths that we can provide for other people. And we're like, okay, fine. And there was like a Google Doc. There is a Google Doc right now with the list. You guys, there, I'm just gonna name a few. There's adoption, birth doula, homeschooling, massage therapy, self-sustainability, prepper mentality, speech pathology, like stuff like that, that people, like that's what they do. And we can all just go to them just like, hey, you know what? Can you tell me more about adoption, or can you tell me more about homeschooling, and how do you do that with the business, or like things like that? Like, you guys, I didn't find that anywhere else. Like, seriously. And I can just go on with all the perks that I found here in Diamond Lane. Like, I just didn't find it anywhere else. And it's like, yeah, I don't mind like paying for the group because it's awesome.
Yeah. It's literally the way that I set up Diamond Lane. Well, my own team is in there, right? So like the way that I set up Diamond Lane, it's like you're on my team. So like with Young Living, the last thing I want to do is have everybody just move over to my team. That's not my goal. My goal is to empower you where you already sit. My goal isn't to like bring everybody onto my team. That's absolutely not it. But I did want to be able to teach you guys in a way that was going to be more like in a coaching way, right? So like we have the courses and stuff like that, and that's fine. But I wanted to be able to reach out to you guys in the same way that I reach out to my own team. And that's essentially what Diamond Lane is. So it's all of those resources. It's a creation of resources that are actually necessary. So they're not garbage resources that are made to look like they're a big deal, but they really don't push the needle on your business. That's what, I mean, God bless the people that put out these resources that just really aren't helpful. It's everybody's got their own journey. And they'll realize at some point to be able to bob and weave and edit those to make them more helpful. But in the meantime, we've got them and it's all good. You got what you need. It's all there. And will continuously be edited. Let me go through what people have said here. Patricia, oh, it's your girl Patricia. OMG, you didn't tell me. Watching like a hawk. And nothing compares. Lori, hi. Hello, Lori. Sarah said, Nancy, yes. # same girl, same, but sometimes that FOMO gets me in trouble. We've all had moments where FOMO gets us in trouble. We've all had those moments. And exactly, Nancy. Barb, total encouragement. It is so inspiring and refreshing. Erin, love our group calls. Mastermind for sure. Man, our group calls are great. Sarah, to find what works, you have to try what doesn't work, unless you're Martha and everything you do works. First of all, that's a false statement. I appreciate it and I'm flattered. That's totally false. Just ask my team. I had to try a lot of things before something worked, and thank goodness they stood by me the whole time. Sandy, morning. Lori, Diamond Lane is the bomb. Sarah, is there a cost to the mentorship? There's not. It's free. There's no cost to that mentorship. Once you're in Diamond Lane, we all work with each other. We're like a team, you guys. There's not another way to say it. We're like a team. Toby, thanks for reminding me about the mentorship. Oh, there you go. Nicole, cannot wait until I get added to Diamond Lane. Got my first referral yesterday and earned myself a free month. Woo to the who. Yes. And then Maureen said hi from Spring, Texas. Hello, Maureen. Good morning. Ann said, can't wait to get into Diamond Lane. You guys, you can also, and Nancy has gotten free months also. All you have to do is refer people to Go for Gold, which is very, very inexpensive. And then you get your free Diamond Lane. So you don't even, the value for Diamond Lane and the cost of Go for Gold are like, so it's insane. And the reason we did that is because for the people that can't afford Diamond Lane, I want you to still get it. I want you to still be able to have it, right? And that's why we do that referral program, just so you guys know. April, how do the referrals work? Do we need a referral link? You do not. So here's the thing. Here's the story about the referral link, because every week or so I have somebody say, you should totally have a link. So we did that. Let's talk about that. We had a referral link, and then it was a mess. And the reason that it was a mess is because people were going around the link, not maliciously, but weren't thinking about it. Like, they went to the link once and then they were like, oh, okay, there's that. And then they would go a different way to actually sign up. And then that person didn't get the credit. And then we had to hunt people down, and there was just like, it was a mess. So what happens now is you suggest Go for Gold to somebody, and you just give them whatever link to Go for Gold, doesn't matter. And whenever they sign up, what you do is you text the word referral to area code 319 I'm just going to put it in the thing. Here's what I'm going to do. Text the word referral. Sorry, Nancy. Don't mean to take up your time
fine.
here. To 319 251 2555. And then you'll get a question back, automated. It'll be an automated response, and it'll say, who are you and what is your email, and who are they and what is their email? And then we'll be able to get you in, and the rest is history, and you'll get your free month. If you are in another country, you just use our country code first, and it's 001. So we have a lot of that too. And if that doesn't work for you, then just message me and I'll get you where you need to go, so you can get to an admin that can get you hooked up. Okay. So Sarah said, Aaron said, oh my word, lots of people said stuff. Nicole said, it is insanely generous of you, Martha. Oh, shucks. Aaron, the referral is amazing, but it's totally worth every penny. Right? Sarah, Martha, I think you should do a live on what you've done that didn't work, and then on how did that morphed into what it did and what did. That's not a bad idea. Maybe I'll do that on a YouTube live sometime. Like, let's talk about failure. Let's look at what it looks like to fail, and then to fail forward, right? To fail with to fail and then learn from the failure, and that's what failing forward is, right? Okay, well, what would you say to people that are on the fence? Or did you have anything else to say about Diamond Lane first before I ask the last question? I know you've got a lot.
I was going to say that, like, I know other groups have like daily like IPAs or checklists or whatever. You guys, the daily checklist that we get from Martha every day in Diamond Lane, it's like a 3-piece like checklist. It's like checklist for your personal growth, like personal checklist for your business growth, and a checklist for your future growth. Like, who's gonna give you like the trifecta there? I'm serious. Like, other IPAs, it's just like, okay, don't forget to no. And this one's just like the whole pie, you guys, sugar free or whatever, you know. But and I love that, you know. And it's like, oh, it's good because it's like personal growth. What do I need? Personal development. Are you doing that? And then so, like, again, I'm a green. I love checklists. So to me, it's like it's hitting everything where I need it to be, again, because we're setting that foundation of like, let's grow together. You know what I mean? Like, not like uneven. We're just doing all social media, or it's like we left our team behind, you know. And then the future is like, what do we have for the future? So you hit it all 3 levels, Martha, and I love the daily checklist.
Thank you. That's the point. That's exactly the point, because we can grow in our business, and we can sign a bunch of people up really quick. That isn't building a business, first of all. That's signing a bunch of people up really quick. Building a business is building relationships with people and being there for them and going through life with them, and being able to offer them value, and if they need, you know, counsel and things like that. It's being a friend, you guys. And you don't just go. There are tactics to get people signed up really quick. There are tactics involved in that. But those same tactics that get you people signed up really quick are not what will get you the end game of a happy team that is always around, that is just doing the thing because they want to do the thing. They're not buying stuff from you because they feel like they have to buy stuff from you. They're just buying stuff for themselves and for their family because that's life for them, right? And then what you add to the mix is that you're reaching out to them and you're showing them love and you're showing them that they matter and you're keeping lines of communication open with them. And then while you're doing that, you're also developing yourself, right? Like you're continuing that self-development. Because one of the things, you guys, on the list every single day, and it won't ever stop, every single day there is 30 minutes of self-development, of personal development. And that's reading a book, that's if it's taking a course, whatever, it's learning something new and it's getting different perspective on whatever that you already had, that different than what you already had, or something that's going to grow your own perspective in some way. Because the worst thing, you guys, that we could possibly do is to try to build a business that actually takes a lot of oomph from us and then just have ourselves, like, just be swimming around with our own ideas the whole time and not bring anything new in that we can chew on and make ours. And, you know, like we've got to be developing ourselves as we do it, or else we're just going to flop.
Burn out.
Say that.
Yeah.
Right. Burn out. Totally. Nicole, OMG, I love that. The trifecta. Yes, Patricia, I need that pie. Patricia needs that pie. Maureen, correct. Vivian, does someone have a daily checklist to share? We have, it's in Diamond Lane. That's the daily, that's the checklist, that's one of the perks of Diamond Lane. So last question then would be, what would you say to somebody that is on the fence, that is thinking, maybe I'll do this, or maybe I'll, work on sharing Go for Gold so I can get in, or whatever? What would you share? What would you say to somebody that's on that fence, other than get off the fence?
If money is an issue, go find 3 people in your even cross-lane friends, whoever that you feel it needs Goal for Gold. Find that and then use that referral to get you in Diamond Lane to do that trial 1 month. When you feel that, you're gonna learn so much that you're gonna end up getting 3 more people to get into Diamond Lane. And before you know it, you never paid for Diamond Lane. So if you're on the fence, like monetary wise, like go look for those people and get yourself a cheaper deal, or like inexpensive, not cheaper, inexpensive deal into the group. But if you say, like, you know what, I can always swipe it on the card or whatever, or I got the money, but I don't know about this. Like, you won't know until you try it. Again, like, I'm serious. Just try it one time, even if you're like, oh, I don't want to exhaust my energy of like looking through people. Everybody says no, they don't want to try Gold for Gold or whatever the reason. Okay, well then just like spend that money for that 1 month. When you go back and you're gonna see all the checklists and the mentoring and all of the guest speaking list, like all of that, you're gonna be like, oh damn, like sign me up for like, where is there an annual plan? I was like, I don't know, tell Martha. You know what I mean? But like, seriously, you guys, you won't know unless you try it. And again, I've learned so much in this group, and not just that, like the other people in Diamond Lane, like when we come together, it's just like hardcore, like master brainstorming. And I'm like, dang, like, oh my gosh, you guys, like, I think we have our call tonight.
It's Thursday. It's Thursday because I have stuff going on. Yeah.
Yeah, and you guys, I don't care what time it is. It's been like 2 or 3 in the morning. I get up, like, I just won't sleep because I'm so looking forward for the call, because it's just like, it's so energizing. And you just like, imagine being in a group of like, your team is there and everybody's just like encouraging you. I'm just going to share this thing real quick. I remember somebody in Diamond Lane, and I'm not going to mention her name. She had a really tough, like, it was really tough. She shared it with the group there. You guys, like, I seriously, like I really wanted to cry, because it's like, I relate so much to her, where she's like, you guys, I feel so overwhelmed. Everybody's talking about their victories and I have no victory to share. And it's like, hey, you're not the only one. And we all huddled around her and said, you know what, you're not the only one. And everybody started coming out from like, you know what, I also feel like that. I also feel like that. And we all encouraged her, because how we encouraged her, we encouraged ourselves too. Yes. And after that, like, group huddle, we were like, you know what, it's going to be okay. Like, it's not the end of the world. And we were like, we all had peace about it. And I was just like, oh, okay, so I'm not the crazy one that's like behind with all of these tasks. It's like, no, nobody's saying like to go and like lose sleep over this. It's just like everybody's pace is different, and that's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, exactly. And it's okay for people. It's not weakness to show that you can't do things 24/7. That's not weakness. That's actually strength. Because if you're going to show people that, first of all, who wants to start building a business if they're going to be tethered to it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? Nobody. So if you model that to people, nobody's going to want it. Okay? I'm just saying. I don't care how much money you make, nobody wants that. What they want is they want personal and financial freedom. Now, that's a typical human response is like, I want to be able to do what I want to do when I want to do it, and I want to feel secure in my finances. And that's like a pretty primal thing, right? Well, not primal because of finances, but you understand what I'm saying. Safety and security. And if we're not modeling that, if we're actually acting like, we need to do all of these things and whatever, people aren't going to want to do it anyway. So what we did in that moment, which was the coolest thing, is we were all just like, we did like a deep breath. All of us did. I was like, let's all, because it's something that Bob does, like, let's give him some air. And it's just like all of us breathing at once, like, let's just get some airflow going. And then we started working through steps. If I'm remembering the same thing that you were referring to, we broke it down. And we were like, okay, cool. So where are we? Let's start at step 1, because whenever you're spinning out, everything is right here. And you can't see the way forward when everything is right here. And so we needed to be like, okay, so let's start from step 1. So where is this? And then we found that thing. Okay, awesome. That's great. So now all you have to do is X, Y, and Z. And we sort of broke it into like, okay, this is manageable, right? This activity here is manageable. And then you take the next step, and then you take the next step. Most chaos, most overwhelm is going to come from thinking that you're behind and thinking that you have to do much more than you actually need to do. You only need to do the next step. That's all that's ever required and should even be thought about. I don't think too many steps ahead. Like this morning when my sister and I went to something downtown, all I was thinking was, I have this next. And then I know that I've got the gym next. I don't think past that. You got, like, it's just, I'm almost like a dog like that, where a dog is in the moment, right? And then like, it's just, that's right. That dog is right there. I just called myself a dog on camera. Anywho, so let me see what other people have real quick.
But also, Martha, like,
sure,
this person, like pretend like, what if we took that burden and we never had a place to let it go? Like,
right.
How do you guys feel? Like, we would just be at home and like stressing out about this instead of having a place like Diamond Lane to like let it go and then break it down,
Yes.
Like, you don't need to take this with you, carry this burden. Like, that's why this community is there, so you can present it. And it's like, hey, you're not going to be the only one with this. Like, there's a lot of us that are going to huddle around you.
Yes.
It's so important, because you're not going to hold on to that. It's like, oh my gosh, now I'm stuck at home, like dealing with this burden.
Right. Yeah. Oh my word. It's so paralyzing, or potentially paralyzing.
Paralyzing. Yes.
Sarah said, people are not going to follow someone that is not showing them how to grow. Amen. Sarah said to Maureen, love your name. And then Maureen said, thank you, Sarah. Toby said, that was an amazing call. It really was. Patricia, I can testify to the empowerment on you, Nancy. You were awesome before, and now you're like awesomeness on steroids. Oh, that is the best. Nikita said, hi. Hi, Nikita. And then Carla said, amen to the huddle. Man, it was good. Let me see. Where'd my stuff just go? Oh, okay. All right. Well, do you have anything to say in finality here that you would like to let people know? And then I'll head to the gym and you'll do what time is it over there in Switzerland?
It's 5:44 p.m.
Oh, so you'll have dinner, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. You can do what you want. You don't need to have dinner if you don't want. But did you have anything that you wanted to say as parting words?
Yeah, I mean, there's so much to say, but like, another thing, it's like, we can say so much, you guys, but let's just like, you heard it. You've heard all the perks. You've heard the bullet points. Like, let's end this and like start crushing it. Seriously, because we can talk for days. I can talk for days about this, but like, stop overthinking. If you're going to do it, do it. If you're not, okay, we respect that. But if you're going to do it, we're all waiting for you on this side. And remember, everything that you want is on the other side of fear.
That's it. There it is. We're dropping the mic on that. Thank you so much, Nancy. Have a good day.
You too. Bye, you guys.
Bye-bye.